Well, here we are, boys. The level I've been dreading. Treetops. Hurry up, you're screwing up the timing.
Oh, sorry. Hey, hello everybody. We're on what most people consider the hardest level. Well, except me. I've actually kind of figured it out and managed to make it easier on me over the years. The only one I haven't got the hang of is for this one out of the trilogy, it would have to be Haunted Towers, but we're not there yet. That's like the next world over.
And I consider Treetops to be the worst level in the Spyro game. Well, at least in this game. I wouldn't say Spyro games as a whole, because you know, Enter the Dragonfly. And while I don't...
There's actually a harder moment in Spyro 2. We'll get to that when it's time. And I dread that moment, my god, I hate it, but I hate the difficulty change when it comes to Reignited Trilogy because they made it a lot easier. I thought since the games were harder, they'd make it harder, making it my worst nightmare yet. But nope, first try when I first played the Reignited Trilogy. What the flying F? Either I got good finally, or they made it easier. I'd have to do a comparison with the original games anyways.
Maybe even both. Who knows? Maybe I will have a hard time with it, and you'll just be sitting there laughing at me as you watch me fail miserably so many times.
Let's just say it's basically like one of those memorize the secrets just to pass kind of things. You have to figure it out as you go, try to figure out the pattern and everything. So it'll probably take about first time ever, 50 tries. That's how many times it takes me every single time.
And you're probably going to be laughing at me when I fail more than 50 times, if that happens.
No, I won't laugh. I'll actually feel sympathy that someone actually is having a worser time than me.
I know, I was joking.
I know, I understand.
So, this level wouldn't be so bad if it didn't have two areas that I don't think anyone would ever think to try, although that would probably be on me, because even though you will see moments in the video where the way to the area as I'm targeting are plainly visible, and yet I don't just... let me rephrase that. There are moments where they're plainly visible, but I don't get the hint. And believe it or not, it took me up to 47 minutes, and somewhere between 40 and 50, just to fully complete this level. Yeah, I spent almost an hour on this level because I just couldn't find them out. But thankfully, I sped up those parts where I make an idiot out of myself. So I guess no one will get bored.
Yeah. Luckily the studios are back in the trilogy, so you got 99 likes, you can also get more.
Yep.
So if you hit a hard spot, just put that in, you're good to go.
In fact, I was in such a bad... it's okay. But I was in such a bad spot because of this level that I had no choice but to use that 99 lives cheat. Good thing it worked.
Yeah, this is one of the few original game. It's one of the few levels that actually got ported to Gmod, the original map models from the PS1 days. And I was kind of confused why anyone would want to port to Gmod the Treetops level, because one, you can't walk around in it. It's mostly just little tiny sections of a floating pit that's huge in between all the areas. So you have to use no clip just to get around and explore the place. It is solid, but how are you gonna get across when there's no actual functionality to the level, like the speed boosts at all? Like, you know what I mean? It's just collisions in the map. And then underneath the map is a little platform where it has a button to play the music.
Well, I suppose people could use this map on Gmod to do something like, oh, I don't know, a grenade launcher war or something.
Yeah, I guess that could work. It would be a perfect map for something like Bed Wars. That's a Minecraft game mode for anyone that doesn't know. I've looked it up a bit, and I actually want to try it. It's actually pretty fun.
What wars?
Bed Wars.
Bed wars?
Yes, like as in the furniture you sleep on.
They seriously made a war out of a bed of all things?
It's actually a pretty complicated competitive game, if you ask me. Basically, you have a floating island, and you must protect your color bed. And you must destroy all other players' beds. But there's like islands. You can get resources from those islands if you connect you build up and you burn resources and everything, and try to build up your armor and weapons, and try to take out the
Spyro.
other players.
An amazing
before
tour
they
of the
take out you.
treetops. Don't just stop at one supercharge.
Yeah, they spawn infinitely with their beds on, but once you take out their beds, you can actually kill them finally and make them out of the game. You have to defeat all players and their beds to win. Eventually, the game will have like a sudden death mode where all beds just disappear, and you have ender dragons starting to spawn slowly. So everyone could die in one hit now. It's pretty fun. I want to actually try it.
Next,
Once I get my computer up and running, I'll go for the Bed Wars server.
next thing you know, they're going to make a Minecraft battle minigame involving chairs. That's a joke, of course. But seriously,
Minecraft only has chairs if you get the furniture mod, but that thing is so outdated right now, you have to use an older version of Minecraft just to play it. I hate it when mods do that sometimes.
If you jump at the
have
end of a
mod that's so
supercharge
great
ramp,
that the
you
guy
can really
doesn't
go
even bother
far.
to update it for any
all
new
over.
updates to Minecraft. It's like, if it was made for 1.10, and you're in 1.13, too bad, you can't play it in 1.13, you have to go back to 1.10 just to use that mod.
ouch.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid if you ask me. The good thing is, mods don't differentiate when it comes to the third digit. So you can be at 1.13.2, and you can use a mod from 1.13.
That's
it'll
good.
Still work until the second digit changes.
Okay,
It's cool that way.
quite interesting.
Some mods are kept updated, some mods aren't. That's the hard part about it. There's some really cool mods, and they're so outdated though.
Yep. So, weren't there other Spyro maps in Gmod?
Yeah, there was only two other maps for it. It was Artisan's Homeworld, and then there was Ripto's Arena. Same deal with the music thing under the map. Ripto's Arena I find very useful when you just want to simply battle NPCs and kill them, you know? Because it's a battle arena, what else is it good for, really?
Or you could battle other players on it if you really wanted.
Oh yeah, that could work too. Although there isn't much room to battle, really. It should be like a simple one-on-one battle kind of thing. Like how it is in the actual game, basically, when it comes to Ripto's fight.
True.
Yeah.
So,
And then there's a second copy of the Artisan's map in Gmod that someone took and edited heavily using Half-Life 2 resources. So you will need to install all of Half-Life 2 and its 2 episodes just to be able to see the textures. Yeah, I hate it when Gmod maps do that, where you need the textures from other games. Gmod is this thing where you can mount other games from the source engine. I'm trying to get them all so that I don't have to worry about this problem with missing textures. Even if the main used ones are Counter-Strike Source, Team Fortress 2, Portal 1 and 2, Half-Life Source. Yeah, I can't use the original version of Half-Life, it doesn't mount, so I have to buy the Source version just to have Half-Life 1 stuff. And then there's Half-Life 2 and its episodes, as well as the deathmatch things for Half-Life Source and Half-Life 2. Yeah, those are the biggest ones you need mainly for Gmod resources, I guess. Which I kind of find it weird. Gmod originally started out as a mod made by Gary for those Source games. Then it was free, but then eventually Valve got cool with it, made it an official thing, you know? You can actually buy it, but it's a standalone game now, so you don't need the other games. But they are mountable to add more fun. You might as well get workshop items and those games, just to basically give it more what it has. It's pretty basic, you have just Gmod itself. It gets more fun though when you add to it though.
So also, Oh, apparently, doing all the supercharged ramps at least once gives me a trophy. That's pretty cool.
Oh yes, I think I got that one. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Some kind of travel is cheating. I just look again. I've been away from Spyro too long again.
So,
Be the Artisan's map in Gmod. Using to have like 2 blue textures. It or a map out of it. But there's no jump scares, there's no enemies, there's no NPCs at all. It's just an atmosphere of horror. Boarded up doorways, there's dead trees, lightning and storm and lightning, and just boarded up portals that are empty. No portal inside the archways. It's just darkness and emptiness. No one else but you. It's pretty creepy if you ask me, I've tried it.
or alone unless other players are in the homeworld with you.
Yeah, but it would still be creepy. Just throwing a few horror NPCs, and you got yourself a nice, scary map. Good God, I'm glad I didn't have nightmares from that.
And I assume they made a horror variation of the Artisan's homeworld theme?
Actually, there was no music in the map. That's the creepiest part.
Oh.
I find that sometimes that there's no music, and it's very dark and dreary. Just like with Halo multiplayer maps. You have no music, it's kind of creepy. Especially when you're trying to use formula and build your own resources on the map, like put in different vehicles and weapons and everything in the map. You're just alone building on the map, and it's just quiet, no music, just the misty wind blowing in the background in some maps. Otherwise, it's pretty dang quiet in some other maps. But what's scary is a glitch that happens in Halo 3 called the Ghost of Halo 3. I don't know why they call it that, other than from certain places how the glitch works sometimes. But it's just a player replay from, like, multiplayer maps. You're alone, technically, but if you play a multiplayer map before with other players online, you might get this glitch. Although in Halo 3, even if you haven't been online, the map Sand Trap has a bit of a bug in it that can make it pretty spooky, if you ask me. Because apparently, just every now and then, I don't know, where you hear a frag grenade go off, but you're the only one there. That's the creepiest part.
Maybe that map is haunted. Get it?
That's what people say, and that's why it's called the Ghost of Halo 3.
So,
But it surprised me since people have made Halo creepypastas. Some are, and there's only very few though. Otherwise, you're gonna get some in Spanish. I've seen some videos where there's Spanish-only creepypastas. I'm like, how am I gonna listen to this then?
yeah, like, where's the English dub?
Exactly. That's the problem. The Spanish creepypastas don't even get it. They're just there, so nobody ever notices them really.
I mean, at least Sonic EXE's in English, so at least you can understand the words.
As well as Sonic.exe.
Yeah, and actually,
They've actually made fan games based on those, so
yeah.
you can actually experience them.
And if it weren't for those fan games, I probably would have written off both of them. But the fact that they exist in some form, even if it's not in a disc format or anything like that, the imagery, especially in Sonic EXE, is and nightmarish. I actually had a
It's supposed to be, but it's a creepypasta fan game. And someone's actually trying to make a fan game off of Godzilla NES as we speak. There's a demo out right now, but it's only the Earth mission. They're modding a version of the original game Godzilla NES is based on, Godzilla Monsters for the NES.
yeah, I saw. Yeah, I read. Yeah, I listened to a YouTuber called Goji. Hold on, let me look it up.
I kind of heard the tale through a multiple-part video series done by Moen Mike from Sticky Paddle Gaming Network. Yes, that's right, the host of Creepy Gaming, one of my favorite shows. As well as
Mudahar.
They did like a crossover thing, and they told the story together, taking turns per chapter to tell each chapter.
Yeah,
It's kind of interesting.
I saw that.
It's very long, but it was very good. They even showed the
Yeah, Goji73 did the same thing.
But there was no pictures during certain parts of the story. They just showed gameplay footage of different Godzilla games. Starting with Monster of Monsters, of course. Why the heck not? Yeah, it was kind of cool. I really liked the story. It was very well written, and it's getting a sequel as we speak. There isn't much out right now, so they're like half complete, so you can do the first half of the story at least of Godzilla Replay. It's, let's just say, listening to Godzilla Replay, I'm actually wishing the guy just didn't give the game away to some guy who doesn't know anything about Godzilla, because even I don't know everything, and I want to know what kaiju is which. I'd like to let a guy knew a lot about Godzilla, although there was a big mistake when it came to his knowledge in the first story. I found out, like, he said Gazora was only found in the game. That's it. That squid monster is only in the game, he says. I looked him up further, and guess what? He has a movie appearance.
Yes, but he said he didn't have an appearance in a Godzilla movie.
Well, he had a Godzilla movie appearance once, but I think it was like the final battle thing that all monsters attack, you know?
Oh, really? There was a
It
movie
might
like
have
that?
been, I'd have to look up again, but I did see a live-action Gazora, and it looked pretty accurate to me.
So,
Then again, I wasn't expecting much, because it's just a squid.
so,
I found out the most kaiju of all time replay thing that I didn't even know was an actual kaiju. A walrus. I forget his name, but he also breathes ice. A walrus that breathes ice. I was going to see what he gets.
well, as Hanzo once said, there's beauty in simplicity.
Yeah, I guess. Look at Mothra. She's simple, but beautiful at the same time.
Although I heard she's pretty weak in NES Godzilla, but I haven't played it.
She is, trust me. I played the original game on an emulator, and oh god, I think Godzilla's more powerful. Though Mothra can be useful in strategic ways if you are careful.
So, as for the Godzilla NES creepypasta, I actually listened to Goji73's narration of the chapters, and he really knew how to bring life into the atmosphere as well as the dialogue when they speak, when their characters are
speaking. I actually got into contact with the creator of the story, Copycat. I actually commented at one of his things, and he actually commented back. I was like freaking going nuts because one of the biggest guys, and I'm talking to him, you know? And I even asked him, what's the I asked him, sorry if this is Astok, but what's the progress on Replay? He said he's kind of at a writer's block at the moment, but he is working very hard to try to make it good. So, yeah, I did not bother asking him when the next chapter is out, because obviously that's what everybody else is asking, like a bunch of annoying fans.
Sounds like fanboyism if you ask me.
Yeah.
Or is a
Yeah, I even asked him if it was alright if I could make a live-action Godzilla NES movie when the fan game is made. He actually gave me permission. I actually tried to check to see if I could get him to also appear, but you know how in those movies based on true stories, they get the original guy to appear at the end?
Yeah, like a cameo or something?
Pursuit of Happiness, the story of Christopher Gardner. They had Will Smith play Christopher Gardner, but then at the very end, the original, real Christopher Gardner walks by on screen. Like, I want to try to do something like that, like have Buzzy Death actually make an appearance, at least in the film. Like, I wouldn't expect him to have a loader time or want to play, like, the main role, so I'd obviously do that myself. But I'd at least expect him to come up, like, as an appearance, as, like, one of the other human characters that was in the story. Like either the guy who gave him the game, or the guy who gave the guy who gave the game. Like, something like that, you know?
Okay.
Make, like, an appearance. Would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
He said he couldn't make an appearance, sadly, so, yeah. I'm fine with that, though, at least. I still want to make the live-action film. I'm trying to wait on it, though, because I want the fan game to actually exist first, because gotta somehow get the visuals, you know?
But how would it work, though?
For any shots that it's to do with human, it would cut away from the game and go outside into the real world with the camera. Otherwise, when it comes to the game, I'll just use like an in-game recorder or something like that. But yeah, I actually also talked to the creator of the Fan Game who has a demo out right now. I've actually played the Fan Game's demo, and, well, obviously in the first chapter, you don't get much of Sora other than that eyeball glitch, and I think the guy making the Fan Game did a pretty good job representing that glitch.
I'm sure I saw it, and I saw some footage of it, and I thought it was pretty cool. Also, this is another sped up segment because there's the infamous spot where we have that one dragon just taunting us from afar, and even though I was on that ramp just now that had to get to them, I had no idea that I was supposed to do a jump on that one ramp, make a U-turn at the second ramp, go in the opposite direction of the third ramp's arrows, then jump onto that little ramp next to the first one, then attempt to make a supercharged glide to it. Yeah, it's as complicated as it sounds.
Yeah, it's a bit complicated. I do screw up sometimes still, but not as much as I used to, trust me. Taking forever to finally figure it out. Not using the internet, because back then the internet wasn't as reliable when I was 5. Yeah, plus it wasn't very accessible back then, I don't think. So, yeah,
Did they have strategy guides?
Trust me.
Did they have strategy guides for this game back then?
I don't think they did, no. I didn't even learn the cheat codes until the internet was fully accessible to the public, really. Well, maybe when I was around, like, 15 or so, when I finally got all the cheat codes and glitches.
Oh.
There are fun glitches in the original games, trust me. It adds a little bit of fun. Especially the famous swooping the air glitch. It's only available in 2D though, because there's no water in the first, I'll swim in a second.
So also, you may have noticed that my counter reached 0, but then it went all the way back to 99. That was because I was essentially forced to use the 99 lives cheat, and I did not want to do that at all for the entirety of this playthrough, but nope, I had to do it.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, because someone on YouTube has actually made full versions of the soundtrack. They actually followed a very well described description that they made in the actual story, and made full orchestrations of each track, as well as 8-bit versions for someone who wants to make a fan game. So yeah, it's kinda cool. I even suggested the playlists to the creator of the fan game. I actually got into contact with him a bit. So,
Wait, were you referring to Goji the music Goji 73 used when he was narrating Godzilla NES?
No, it was
You can send me a private message to the link if you want.
yeah, I can send you both links to the 8-bit and the orchestration. They're very well made. It's trying to describe it in the story.
Although I would have preferred if they did what Goji did for his series, but I'd imagine there would be copyright claims because he used songs from stuff like Super Metroid or Doom.
There's actually different downloads for Steam
So, could you, send me a link to this channel?
I can send you a link to both soundtracks, please.
enough. So, this was where I looked up how to actually reach the end, because I just wanted it to be done. I couldn't take it anymore. And I made it! Now, Green Thief, it's time for you to die for taunting me so much before I made it. And thank you for that purple gem.
Yeah, we got a gem and a drink. Hear what he says.
Jed, you're free.
That was quite a ride, Spyro. You learned a lot since you were a young glider.
Yeah, well, you could have found an
Wow.
easier spot to get stuck.
He shrugged at me. How dare he?
But I think it's like, alright, I was just over here and I got struck by the magic. Couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, but could he have been trapped in the worst possible place? Like, jeez. Even
Oh, maybe he was trying to get some alone time or something like that, or trying to explore that little island, and he got struck. I don't know. I don't know how he got there. I don't know why he was there. Nobody knows. He was just there.
even Spyro himself was upset about it.
Well, you could have picked a better spot to get stuck.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much actually Spyro speaking for the audience of the game. Anybody who plays that game would think that exact thing, and Spyro says it for them.
Yep. So, yeah, we're finally out of that dreadful treetops. So in the next episode, we're going to do Wild Flight, and it should be short enough for me to be able to commentate without a guest commentator. Sorry, Patapon Creeper, but see you later.
It's alright. I understand. See y'all later.